Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudire nashtaprayesh bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttam shloke bhaktir bhavati nashtiki. So continuing with the discussion on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya Lila, chapter 5, how Pradyumna Mishra received instructions from Ramananda. Text 159. So hearing all the chastisement and analysis of his words, then this Bengali Vaishnava, he was down, but Sarup Damodar then said, well, Saraswati Devi somehow, through you, glorified the Lord. But you stay back here, study Bhagavatam under the care of Vaishnavas, and then you will learn. And then maybe you can compose something better. So that Bengali Vaishnava just gave up everything and he stayed back at Jagannath. Text 150. Eita kahilum pradyumna mishra vivran prabhu ragya kaila krishna katha ashravan. I have thus described the narration concerning Pradyumna Mishra and how, following the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he listened to discourses between Krishna, about Krishna, spoken by Ramananda. तार मध्य कहिलो रामानंदे रमहीमा अपने श्री मुखे प्रभु वर्णे जायसी. Within the narration, I have explained the glorious characteristics of Sri Ramananda, through whom Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally described the limits of ecstatic love for Krishna. Prastave kahilo kavir natak vivrana agya haya shuddhaya paila prabhura charan. In the course of the narration, I have also told about the drama by the poet from Bengal. Although he was ignorant because of his faith and humility, he nevertheless obtained shelter at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Lila Amritera Sara Ek Lila Pravahe Vahe Shat Shat Dhara. The pastimes of Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are the essence of nectar. From the stream of one of his pastimes flow hundreds and thousands of branches. Shraddha Kariye Lila Je Pade Shune Gaura Lila Bhakti Bhakta Rasa Tattva Jan. Anyone who reads and hears these pastimes with faith and love can understand the truth about devotional service, devotees, and transcendental mellows of pastimes of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yes, battery is going down. Let me connect it first. Shri Rupa Raghunatha Pada Jar Asha Chaitanya Charita Mukta Kahe Krishna Dasa. Praying at the lotus feet of Shri Rupa and Shri Raghunath, always desiring their mercy, I, Krishnadas, narrate Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita, following in their footsteps. Thus in the Bhaktivedanta purports of Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya Lila, 5th chapter, describing how Pradyumna Mishra received instructions from Ramananda. So we'll start chapter 6, the meeting of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Raghunath Das Goswami. Text 1. Kripa guner yah kuhrgandha gopad udhritya bhangya Raghunath dasa nyasya swarupe vidadhe antarangam Shri Krishna Chaitanyam amam prapadya. With the ropes of his causeless mercy, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu employed a trick to deliver Raghunath Das Goswami from the blind well of contemptible family life. He made Raghunath Das Goswami one of his personal associates, placing him under the charge of Swarup Damodar Goswami. I offer my obeisances unto him. जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद. All glories to Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all glories to Lord Nityananda, all glories to Shri Advaita Acharya, and all glories to all the devotees of Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ei mat Gaur Chandra Bhakta Gana Sange, Neela Chale Nana Leela Kare Nana Range. Thus Lord Gaurchandra performed various pastimes with his associates at Jagannath Puri in varieties of transcendental pleasure. Yadyapi antare Krishna viyoga vadai, bahire na prakashaya, the dukkha bhai. Although Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu felt pangs of separation from Krishna, he did not manifest his feelings externally, for he feared the unhappiness of his devotees. उत्कट विरह दुख यबे बाहिर आए तबे ये वैकल्य प्रभु वर्णन न जाए. The transformations undergone by the Lord when he manifested severe unhappiness due to separation from Krishna cannot be described. So he's already exhibiting some, but not a whole lot. So it's still under control. But in later chapters, we'll see what transformations he goes through. Ramanandera Krishna Katha Swarupera Gana Virah Vedanaya Prabhur Rakhaye Prana. When the Lord acutely felt pangs of separation from Krishna, only Sri Ramanand Rai talks about Krishna, and the sweet songs of Swarup Damodar kept him alive. Dine Prabhu Nana Sange Hai Anyamana Ratri Kale Bade Prabhur Viraha Vedana. Because the Lord associated with various devotees during the day, his mind was sometimes somewhat diverted. But at night, the pangs of separation from Krishna increased very rapidly. Tara Shukha Hetu Sange Rahe Dui Jana Krishna Rasa Shloka Gite Karena Santana. Two people, Ramanand Rai and Swarup Damodar Goswami, stayed with the Lord to pacify him by reciting various verses about Krishna's pastime and by singing appropriate songs for his satisfaction. Subal Yaiche Purve Krishna Sukhe Rasahaye Gora Sukha Dana Hetu Taiche Ramarai. Previously, when Lord Krishna was personally present, Subal, one of his cowherd boyfriends, gave him happiness when he felt separation from Radharani. Similarly, Ramanand Rai helped give happiness to Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Purve Aiche Yadhar Lalita Sahaye Pradhan Taiche Swarup Gosai Rakhe Mahaprabhu Pran. Previously, when Srimati Radharani felt the pangs of separation from Krishna, her constant companion Lalita kept her alive by helping her in many ways. Similarly, when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu felt Radharani's emotions, Swarup Damodar Goswami helped him maintain his life. Ei dui janar sobhagya kaha na jaye, Prabhu Antaranga Bali Yare Loka Gaye. To describe the fortunate position of Ramanand Rai and Swarup Damodar Goswami is extremely difficult. They were renowned as intimately confidential friends of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ei mat vihare gaur laya bhaktagana, Raghunath milane beshuna bhaktagana. The Lord thus enjoyed his life with his devotees, or devotees of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now hear how Raghunath Das Goswami met the Lord. पूर्वे शांति पूरे रघुनाथ जबे आईला Mahaprabhu kripa kari tare shikhaila. When Raghunath Das, during his family life, went to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at Shantipur, the Lord gave him worthy instructions by his causeless mercy. So this he went to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at Shantipur when Mahaprabhu was going to Ramkeli, or when he came back from Ramkeli. Yeah, when he came back. Prabhu shikshate te ho nij ghare jaye, markat vairagya chhadi haila vishay pray. Instead of becoming a so-called renunciant, Raghunath Das, following the instructions of the Lord, returned home and played exactly like a pounds and shillings man. So-called renunciant, he didn't take that. And Mahaprabhu also forbade him. He said, whenever Krishna, you are ready, Krishna will make the arrangements. So just go home and serve your parents, take care of the business. भीतरे वैराग्य बाहिरे करे सर्व कर्म देखिया तब माता पिता आनंदित मन. Raghunath Das was inwardly completely renounced, even in family life, but he did not express his renunciation externally. Instead, he acted just like an ordinary businessman. Seeing this, his father and mother were satisfied. Mathura haite Prabhu aila, Varta jabe paila, Prabhu pasha chali bare, Yoga karila. When he heard a message, the Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had returned from Mathura city. Raghunath Das endeavored to go to the lotus feet of the Lord, to go to Jagannath Puri. That was his mood. Hina kale molukera ek malech adhikari saptagram molukera se hai chodhari. At that time, there was a Muslim official collecting the taxes of Saptagram. Formerly, when the Muslim government was in power, the person appointed tax collector would collect the taxes of the local zamindars or landholders. He would keep 1/4 of the collection for himself as a profit, and the balance he would deliver to the treasury of the government. Hiranya das muluk nila makrari kariya tar adhikar gela mare se dekhiya. When Hiranya Das, Raghunath Das's uncle, made an agreement with the government to collect taxes, the Muslim Chaudhary or tax collector, having lost his position, became extremely envious of him. 12 laksh deya raja hai sadhe 20 laksh sei turuk kichu na paya haila pratipaksha. Hiranya Das was collecting 2 million coins, and therefore, or 20 lakh, should have delivered 15 lakh to the government. Instead, he was giving only 12 lakh, thus making an extra profit of 3 lakh. Seeing this, the Muslim Chaudhary, who was a Turk, became his rival. Rajaghare kafiyat diya ujhre anila, Hiranya Das palaila raghunathe bandhila. After sending a confidential account to the government treasury, the Chaudhary brought the minister in charge. The Chaudhary came wanting to arrest Hiranya Das, but Hiranya Das had left home. Therefore, the Chaudhary arrested Raghunath Das. See what devotees have to go through. One of the 6 Goswamis, who of course later became 6 Goswamis. And what is it? He got arrested for what his father and uncle did. He didn't even dare to do anything with the tax collection. प्रतिदिन रघुनाथे करे भर्सना बाप जेठारे आना नाहे पाहि बयातना. Every day the Muslim would chastise Raghunath Das and tell him, bring your father and his elder brother, otherwise you will be punished. Marite aane adi dekhe Raghunathe man firi jaye tabe na pare marite. The Chaudhary wanted to beat him, but as soon as he saw Raghunath's face, his mind changed and he could not beat him. But on the other hand, Haridas Thakur was beaten up in 22 marketplaces. So every devotee goes through different types of tests. Vishesha kayastha buddhe, antare kare dara, mukhe tarje garje marite sabhayantara. Indeed, the Chaudhary was afraid of Raghunath Das because Raghunath Das belonged to the Kayast community. Although the Chaudhary would chastise him with oral vibrations, he was afraid to beat him. Raghunath Das belonged to a very aristocratic family of the Kayast community. He had substantial influence with the local people, and therefore the Chaudhary or minister was afraid to beat him. Superficially, he would chastise Raghunath Das with threatening vibrations, but he did not beat him. The members of the Kayast community in India are generally very intelligent and expert in business management. Formerly, they were mostly government officers. They were mentioned even by Yajnavalkya, as quoted by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur in his Amrit Prabha Bhashya. Chart Taskar Durvritre Maha Sahasikaditi Pidyamana Praja Raksheta Kayasthascha Visheshata. From this verse, it appears that the governmental officials of the Kayast community would sometimes chastise the citizens, and that it was thus the duty of the king to protect the people in general from the atrocities of the Kayasthas. In Bengal, the Kayast community is honored almost as much as the Brahmin community, but in the upcountry of India, the Kayasts are considered Shudras because they generally eat meat and drink wine. In any case, from history, the Kayasthas appear very intelligent. Thus, a Muslim Chaudhary was afraid of Raghunath Das because he belonged to the Kayast community. Tabe Raghunath kichu chinti lau pae, vinati kariya kahe, se male chapra pae. While this was going on, Raghunath Das thought of a tricky method of escape. Thus, he humbly submitted his plea at the feet of the Muslim Chaudhary. Amar pita jet hai, tomar dui bhai. Bhai bhai tomara kala kara saradai. My dear sir, my father and his elder brother are your brothers. All brothers always fight about something. Kabu kala, kabu priti, har nishe nai. Kali puna tin bhai haiba ek time. Sometimes brothers fight among themselves, and sometimes they have very friendly dealings. There is no certainty when such changes will take place. Thus, I am sure that although today you're fighting, tomorrow you three brothers will be sitting together in peace. So, very tricky. Ami aiche pitar taiche tomar balaka. Ami tomar palya tumi amar palaka. Just as I am my father's son, so I'm also yours. I'm your dependent, and you are my maintainer. Palak haya pale re tadite na juyaye. Tumi sarva shasa jan. Jinda pir praye. For a maintainer to punish the person he maintains is not good. You are expert in all the scriptures. Indeed, you're like a living saint. You're like a Jinda Peer. That's what Raghunath Das is calling him. Ete shuni sahi male chera, man ardra haila, dadi vahi ashu pade kandite lagila. When the Muslim heard Raghunath Das's appealing voice, his heart softened. He began to cry and tears glided down his beard. Male chabale aji haite tumi mora putra, aji chadaimu toma kari ek sutra. The Muslim Chaudhary told Raghunath Das, you are my son from this day on. Today, by some means, I shall have you released. Ujire kahiya Raghunathe chadaila, priti kari Raghunathe kahite lagi. After informing the minister, the Chaudhary released Raghunath Das and then began to speak to him with great affection. तुम्हारे जेठ निर्बुद्धि अष्ट लक्ष खाए आमी भागी आमार किछु दीवारे जुआए. Your father's elder brother is less intelligent. He said he enjoys 8 lakh coins, but since I am also a shareholder, he should give some portion of it to me. So it's basically it's all about money, and money is for what? For sense gratification. That's the whole purpose of the human society. That's what it has become. It has always been, and it has become now. यहाँ तुम्ही तोमर जेठारे मिला है हमारे ये मते भाला है करुणा भार दिल उतारे. Now you'd go arrange a meeting between me and your uncle. Let him do whatever he thinks best. I shall completely depend on his decision. Raghunath asi tabe jetera milaila malech sahita vashakaila sabashanta haila. Raghunath Das arranged a meeting between his uncle and the Chaudhary. The matter was settled and everything was peaceful. Ei mat Raghunather vatsar ek gela, tritiya vatsare palaite manakaila. In this way, Raghunath Das passed 1 year exactly like a first-class business manager. But the next year, he again decided to leave home. रात्रि उठी अकेला चली लपलाया दूर हैते पिता तारे अनिल धरिया. He got up alone one night and left, but his father caught him in a distant place and brought him back. So caught him means he was going from Calcutta, Saptagram is near Calcutta, to Jagannath. But father caught him and brought him back. Ei mate bare bare palai dhariane, tabe tar mata kahe tar pita sane. This became almost a daily affair. Raghunath would run away from home and his father would again bring him back. Then Raghunath Das's mother spoke to his father as follows. So Raghunath Das would try to leave his house and father would bring him back again and again. So this is also the story of many brahmacharis actually in ISKCON. They run away, then parents come and then take him back, and again they run away from the house, go to the temple. Parents again bring them back. So this is in our parampara also. पुत्र बातुल हैला इहाय राखा है बांधिया तार पिता कहे तारे निर्विन्न है. Our son has become mad, she said. Just keep him by binding him with ropes. His father, being very unhappy, replied to her as follows. Indra sam aishwarya stri apsara sam ei sab bandhite nari leka yaraman. Raghunath Das, our son, has opulences like Indra, the heavenly king, and his wife is as beautiful as an angel. Yet all this could not tie down his mind. दृढ़ बंधने तारे राखीवा के महाते जन्म दाता पिता नारे प्रारब्ध खंडाई थे. How then could we keep this boy home by binding him with ropes? It is not possible, even for one's father to nullify the reactions of one's past activities. So they are thinking this way. It's all prarabdha karma and all this. They don't understand. It's bhakti. Also thinking of one incident when Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj was preaching and establishing Gaudiya Math. So one boy came, he became a brahmachari and he lived in the ashram. His parents and his other relatives came looking for him. And Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj hid that brahmachari under his cart. And he sat down on the cart. And the parents and all the relatives looked for that brahmachari. They couldn't find him and they left. And then Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj then told that brahmachari, see, I saved you. I saved your life. But at the same time, I mean, whenever I would meet these young, new brahmacharis, I would tell them, you got to have good relationships with your parents, with your relatives, and make sure you serve them properly and take their permission to come to the temple to become a brahmachari. The reason being, ours is a preaching movement. It's not like we are, if in the society one brahmachari joins, then everybody in his family is going to become a devotee in this life. No, many times uh, they turn actually hostile to the movement. And that is very bad for preaching purposes. So one got to be careful. Everybody is different. Every parent is different. Every brahmachari is different. So we just got to have good relationships to make sure the movement grows. That's the ultimate purpose. Okay, so I guess I can stop here and take this up tomorrow. See anybody has any questions or comments? Okay, you all have safe and wonderful day. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Ram.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.